about 40 or so. I'm down at an open market bazaar in Washington, D.C. I'm the Smithsonian, and I'm waiting for my churros. They have good churros here. And I just ordered some to take back to my son and people that are staying with him. We had dinner last night, so I got 10 of these things coming. 5 with chocolate and 5 with vanilla. I'll see how long it takes. But more importantly, what I want to talk about is all the states. I mean, I saw a report just this morning came out. There are 38 states, so there's only 50. So there's like 75% of all the states now have more money to give out than ever before. You know, and this is mini grant money. It's not to big, you know, non-profits and Fortune 500 something. No, this is grants for individuals. So, you know, last year the states were broke, and this year they have more money and they can't even give it all away. So I think it's important, you know, for everybody to know. Let's see, I'm waiting to hear my name. They're making them, they hand make them one at a time, right in front of it. So anyway, so it's all that money, and it's not going to be here next year. And this year's almost over, because a lot of these programs, they have to be spent by the end of the year. So you're talking about, you know, 30, 40 days left, and that's it. So you got to start knocking on those doors, and that's why it's knowing the sources. I mean, this is what I've been talking about for a while now, because I think that's what it's all about. It's not knowing where the application is. Forget the application, all that stuff that you thought was important. It's really learning about the sources. So you want to know about the sources and where. Yes, they call Matthew. Yes. Hold on, I gotta go. Yes. 5 of each. Okay. Right. So I'm next. So you have to start banging on them. They're not going to come to you and give you money because you're cute or whatever, or you dress funny or whatever. No, you got to know where these sources are, and you don't have to know where the applications are. You have to know about the people who are most likely to be the office that gives out the money, and that's where you want to know. You know, besides and if you can't find those offices well, then that's why your elected officials are good. But first try to find the offices, because they will know more than your elected official. And this is why I put together these reports. I call them mini grant reports, because
I liked all the buttons there, and I'm getting the buttons. I like your buttons.
You know, I have reports for every state, for every area of interest, and they're only $5.95. But I have Black Friday churro sale. They're 20% off, so that's like $4.75. You will get access to $20,000 that they're giving out per family every year. This is how much states give out every year. All that stuff is given out year after year after year, and this year it's almost double that. It's hard to keep track of what the total is. You really don't know till afterwards. But this year they're giving out more than ever before, and the thing is, you have to know the source. You have to know the source. You don't have to know the program. You just have to know the sources in your state that are most likely to give this money out. Now, there's separate sources, and there's probably a half a dozen to a dozen for everything from your grants for your bills, debt, and things like that. And they have other sources for. Oh, no. They have other sources for people who want to buy houses or rental or. They're still talking away here for paying rent. I mean, there was so much rent money. There is so much business money, you know, that they haven't given out yet, and they have to do it by the end of the year. That's why I'm trying to do. God, for $4.76, you know the sources. $4.76. You know the sources to the offices in your state that are giving out the money. You don't go to Washington. You go to your state, and there's more than ever before. People don't know. There'll be millions and millions of people that will be eligible for this that don't. You watch my last couple of videos or whatever, I keep running into more and more people. Yes, we got 10. Oh, look at that pig. Look at these people. There we go. Now we got out of that. Well, that took about 10, 15 minutes of a big line on this. let me show you what they're doing here. This is the line for the churros. That's what I was in to get it. And then this is a pop-up store for Christmas. I think it's the first day it's open, and it stays open till Christmas. And they must have 100 little teepees here, and it's right in the museum behind me. You don't see because I'm facing the other way. It's one of the best. It's the Center for American Art, and that's a great museum. If you get to town, you want to go to there. The Cap Center is right over there too. But this is Christmas. You see, there's not a whole lot of masks. There's some masks. We're pretty masked. It was just until I think just a few days ago where you had to wear a mask indoors, going to restaurants. Now I think that's a little loose, but a lot of people still do it. They're a little more anal here. This is not Idaho. So we're all different folks. But anyway, let me get back to talk about the grants. The mini grants, okay. The mini grants that are in every state. So it's for housing, so you're looking for down payment, or really, even now, Biden has a new program to pay your property taxes. You can't pay your property taxes, okay? But you don't want to look for, the application, you want to look for the source of the people who know about that, and that's what you got to find. Because there's too many ifs, ands, or buts. You don't know, you're going to read something and guess, and you'll make the wrong guess. That's why it's not a simple system, because it's complicated. It's big and complex and whatever. That's why people are more important. You need a guide. Same way with like businesses. Now, they just put up a whole bunch of money for every state to have what they call navigators for small business. These are people in your state that are nonprofit organizations, help you navigate to get your business up and running, or out of financial trouble, or whatever your problem is in small business. These organizations are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars to help you for free, but you don't know because they don't advertise on the internet, and you'll just find people who are professional consultants that make lots of money off you. And you don't have money. You're in financial trouble. So you don't give away, you don't pay for things, and you're in a hole deeper. You don't want to do that. You have to be clever and find the less obvious things that are out there that will help you for free. And they're there for you. This is what a community is. This is what good communities do. They help each other. I don't know, I remember the old movies when somebody has to make a barn, the whole neighborhood comes and makes the barn with them, because you do it for the next guy too. And you don't have to go in debt, you don't have to get money or whatever. And we help each other out. So that's what this is. And these programs are there to help you. Whether you're in a rural area, whether you're in a big metropolitan area, it's just how much is there and the degrees. But it's really trying to find, you're in Utah, that's fine. That's very progressive in particularly entrepreneuring and business and stuff like that. A lot of money. Every one of these have the Navigator programs now, and they're going to start rolling them out in the first of the year. So you want to see where yours is, the closest one to you is now, to get the source. You want to start looking for the sources for all this. Don't look for the application. You want to go and say, hey, I have a business, or I'm in financial trouble. I'm looking for sources of help. And that's what I show you. I show you, in these mini grant reports, it's the sources of the grants, not the actual grants. So everybody thinks, well, I need a grant writer. That's terrible to think that way, because you don't. Most of these programs are just a few pages, fill in the blanks. And that's all you need. So it's not a grant writer. You need to find the source. And you think the grant writer knows. Yeah, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But why? That's going to cost you a lot of money. And when you get the application, they're going to charge you for something you could have done for free. So that's what I do. I show you where these sources are that will help you find what applications you do. You don't know, they don't know, nobody knows until, like, it's like getting a date. I can't guarantee you're gonna date this one person and get a date with them, no. But here are the girls that are available, and you got to figure it out. So you got to know where those girls are, or those men are, to see if you can make a match. And that's where the sources are. And they're there for everything, whether it's health care, dental care. I mean, you know that everything to do with your head is not covered by most health insurance programs. There's nothing there for mental health. There's nothing there for eye care. There's nothing there for dental care. There's nothing there for hearing. But there are programs that are free to do that. And that's another list you have. The mini grants for health care. So $4.95, you have them all for your state. $4.76. That's a 76 trombone. And it is cold, man. Winter's coming. I don't know where you are, but this is Washington, D.C. And that wind is blowing, the sun is down, and I'm trying to walk faster to warm up my body. Ooh. And they're getting the heat lamps out for people going to come and eat outside. I don't know why anybody want to eat outside today, but you never know. People like to socialize, and that's it. Now the wind's going around in my hoodie. Yeah, I got to get a little skull cap or something to keep the heat in. So I don't. But back to the big story. What's going on? We're talking about a new stimulus package. Don't worry about that. That's going to wait till next year. There's so much new stuff. Don't forget to take advantage of the earned income tax credit. If you don't have a child, you get $15,000 at certain income levels. It's a child. They're usually only for people with children. If you have children, you can get up to $10,000 this year. Now, if you have no children, in the past you were able to get like $500-600. That's going to be $1,500. This is windy. It's going to be $1,500 for next year when you file. And you have to know to file. It's not nobody's going to file for you. But you get free tax help. There's plenty of free tax help to do that. Call your local library. Call 211.org. Findhelp.org. Get free tax help for that. It's all over. There's plenty. You may have to wait in line. That's fine. Wouldn't you wait in line to get $1,500 free? That's what it's all about. If you're that lazy and you don't need $1,500, fine. This is a free country, you don't have to. But you're going to leave money on the table. And so many people are hurting nowadays. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's so much money sitting in state capitals that haven't been given to people who really need it. And I believe there's more people need food, that are food insecure. More people are behind in their rent. More people are behind in their mortgage. All these things, more people, are just a few weeks away from being homeless. We have all this financial problems out here. And we also have more people saving money than ever before. More people have more money than ever before to do it. And even the government to give it out. So you look at your state has more money now to give you for people in financial problems, and it's sitting there in your state. That's just dreadful. The things on Let's Go Help, the people, now we're giving out $25,000, in about 2 weeks on December 4th. So if you remember Let's Go Help, by the way, if you remember Let's Go Help, you get all these state reports for free. So I just put them out there for $5, and with the Black Friday thing, a lot of people don't have that kind of money, $20, or don't want to subscribe to anything, and that's fine. So that's why, I think all these reports, the government should be looking at, and you're people have to know where to go. And I love telling people where to go. So all these reports are available to you. I was talking last night, my friend who's in politics, and they're trying to get people that, you know, Democrats are worried about losing again, and trying to tell people all they have done for them. Well, yeah, they may. People can't get the money. What good is that? It's sitting there, it's not helping anybody. It's windy, yes. Yes, I thought you said Wendy. That's the lady I live with is called Wendy. I thought, oh, it's Wendy. No. Yeah. Oh, it's awfully cold. My hands, I need heavier gloves. I have just little light, fancy gloves on. Oh, my battery's running low. I'll keep going till the battery goes out. Because I think it's very important. We only have a month or so to go in this year. They got a lot of money, or else it's going to go back to the Treasury. They're making all the applications easier because they can't get rid of the money. So a lot of them, like for the rent and for the mortgage, they're making it easier. You don't have to verify your income. You just have to testify. They're doing that kind of thing for business money too. You don't have to send tax return. You just self-testify. Yeah, I did that. And that's good enough, so they can get the money out. The money is appropriated by Congress, and whether that's right or wrong, it doesn't matter anymore. It's there, it's going to be spent somewhere, and it should go to people who really need it. And those people don't know how to don't know the system, haven't learned the system to get it. The rich people all do it, they've got theirs a long time ago. And what we have to do is teach people how to do this. Teach people what it takes. It takes a little effort to do it. And so if you're not willing to put in the effort, your chances of getting something diminish a whole lot. Yeah. It's still there for you, but you're gonna have to work at it. Oh, it's windy. Oh my God. But that's it. I have maybe 10, 15 years left to do this. As long as I see the need, if the need isn't there anymore for me to do this, I'll try to figure out another way to help folks. And I'm just happier now than ever in my life. I mean, it's just amazing. My professional, my personal, and it's all about loving more. I think the answer is opening up your heart. I remember, like, maybe about 15 years ago, somebody asked me, what are you going to do in the new year? And I said, well, how do you open your heart more? That's one muscle you can keep growing. That's one muscle that you really feel nice when it does. You know, and, we don't get encouragement to do this. We're always fighting, protecting, or whatever. And really, the real growth comes, and I think the real satisfaction comes in opening your heart. That's easy to do. We can all do it. we just have to, you know, work at it, because it doesn't happen by itself. People aren't there opening it for us. We really have to do it. And it's important that we do it so we don't grow old, mean, and ugly. Which is easy to do, especially nowadays, all the bad shit going on. So keep an open heart. And the link to the Lesko reports, it is LESKOREPORTS.com, and the code to get 20% off, so you only get charged $4.76. The code is 20, the number 20, like 1920, and then off, OFF, and that's capital letters off. So capital letters, OFF, and then first 20, so 20 off. Okay, freezing guys, gonna go. Talk to you soon. Thanks.